For today's hand sewing hikes, I am going to a place that I spent the majority of my childhood at. It is an old gold mine called Lily White, and it is located in the Wallowa Mountains forest. At any rate, that's where we're headed today, and I thought I would do a little time lapse of the drive up there. So for today's project, I'm going to work on an apron based on the Burnley and Trowbridge tutorial, and it is to go with my 1730s middling sort ensemble. So with that, let's get sewing. So here's a little bit of backstory to Lily White. This is a Forest Service field station. It has 3 cabins and then this main hall right here, which is the kitchen dining hall, and then this little building, which is the shower room. When I was little, the university that my dad worked for used to lease this place, and they held a summer school here, and my dad ran the summer school. At the time it was Eastern Oregon State College. Now it is Eastern Oregon University. So my dad ran the summer school, and my mom did all of the cooking and kind of ran the camp. And because of that, this is where my sister and I grew up. We spent our entire summers here for the majority of our childhood. No cell phone service, no phone service, no electricity. That little building right there on the left is a generator house. So that's where the generator is. So we could have power for a couple hours each night. This sign is new. I haven't seen this up here before, but I'll go ahead and read it in case you can't. It says Lily White Guard Station. In the late 1800s, this area was used for mining camps and a rest stop on the Union Cornucopia Wagon Road. The site was reportedly named by a mining camp boss after his wife, Lily White. Many Chinese workers mined, constructed ditches, and offered other services in this area, including construction of the Sparta mining ditch in the 1870s. Despite their significant contributions, Chinese workers often faced discrimination by Euro-Americans, illustrated by a local legend that suggests some Chinese workers may have been buried in a nearby mine to avoid paying them wages. As yet, however, no archaeological or documentary evidence has proven this legend true. One more thing I want to talk about real quick. Right where the outhouse is, I don't know if you can see it very well in this picture, there was a wooden platform, and that's where my family had our tent set up, and that's where we slept all summer. This cabin usually had 3 bunks in it, so 6 people would share it. This cabin, I don't remember how many bunks it had in it, but I always thought it was way bigger than it actually is. So I'm sure it didn't have near as many bunks as I'm remembering. Like maybe 4 on each side, so 8 total. And then this cabin was always the one that I thought was the coolest because it had an upstairs loft. You couldn't really stand up very well up there, but I always was jealous of the college students who got to sleep in that cabin because they got to sleep upstairs. This is a natural spring that feeds down through these 2 tanks and drains out of that second tank into this creek down here. And I think that's where we're going to sit. Once or twice a week while we were growing up, we would take a drive, I don't know how many miles, down part of the mountain to East Eagle Creek, and we would swim. I don't know, I can't remember how to get to the swimming hole that we used to go to, but most of the river looks like this. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. It was a great way to spend the afternoon sewing, just sitting here listening to the river go by.